What's good, everyone? Hope you're having an amazing day. You're off to a good start. You're alive, breathing. Today I'm gonna try something a little different and give you a recap of our Seattle trip. This was our first time here, and we were lucky enough to have a 4-day getaway. Right out the gate, we jump onto the lightning rail. This is the perfect time to take in the sceneries and landscapes the city has to offer. Liking what you see so far, please like and subscribe. We are not messing around in this channel. No time to drop off luggages, straight to Pike's Place. I must say, it didn't really hit that we were there until we walked into this market. All the different neon signs and smells that you get in there is just one of a kind. In the world where we all try to save money buying in bulk, this was a good refresher to just get the things that you need that you're gonna eat for the day. Good thing we came on a weekday, because this place gets packed. This is that infamous spot where they throw the salmon around. And of course we had to try the world famous Pike's Place Chowder. It was the best chowder, hands down, no doubt about it. Right after, we went straight to Three Girls Bakery because we could not resist all these desserts just teasing us in front of the window. We ended up trying the triple berry scone and the snickerdoodle cookie that day. Both were delicious and would go back to try it. Oh, gotta try their breads next time too. And of course, this wouldn't be a Seattle vlog if I did not include the first ever Starbucks. Yes, we waited in the line. It wasn't that bad. And actually, out of all Starbucks experiences, this had the best customer service. I really wish I recorded the interaction, because when we walked in, the baristas just took us under their wing and helped us out with whatever we needed. We really felt welcomed, and I'm glad we stopped by here. It was a great way to experience some Starbucks history. And if you are wondering, you can use your stars over there. Don't hesitate to ask. I don't know what this building is, but every time we walked by it, I recognized it. And this is just us walking back to the hotel, taking in the sceneries of the skyscrapers and city views. You're now looking at the Fairmont Olympic Hotel. This bar section was too cool to pass up, and our waiter was too smooth to turn down, so we ended up ordering some drinks and some fish and chips. We came here for originally was the Founder's Room, which is a speakeasy hidden behind a library not too far from the entrance. They serve specialized cocktails, things I've never heard of, in a dim lit room where it's lined with, I believe, the original habitat of what this place used to look like. It was definitely an experience to remember, and it was a great intro to speakeasies. Up next, we wanted to grab a bite, so we headed straight to ROCCO'S, where they make everything from scratch. For the longest time, we were looking for the perfect slice of pizza. Even back home, it's hard to find that right thin slice. The flavors were on point, so good that you could eat it the next morning. Up next, we have the Starbucks Reserve, Roastery, and Tasting Room. I'm telling you now, if you're a fan of Starbucks, you have to come here. And if you're not a fan of Starbucks, you still have to come here, because this is the Starbucks experience that you've been missing. The menu is different, the pastries are different, the merch is different, the smells are different, and all in all, this place is Starbucks heaven. The one thing that's logistically different about this place is they have a bar where they make fresh cocktails using Starbucks product, and you'll see that later in the video. Check out the way these pastries are perfectly made. Everything made fresh. None of those conventional ovens or pastries in the plastic bag. Not even the same coffees. We actually spent a good amount of our time here. It's a good spot to just kick it, try out some new foods, have a good cup of coffee. And what's a better way to start off the morning? This next part will actually be a whole other video of us doing the taste testing. But from what I see right now, we got that toasted croissant. Ooh, that affogato is really good. And then I didn't see it yet, but there was a chocolate croissant as well. If you want to watch the full taste test video, go ahead and click the link that I post right here. For now, I'm gonna let the video and the tunes take over. Just kick back and relax.
Is to here, right?
Yeah. Here.
That's the one my mom wants to get.
Pantheon?
Yeah.
How does she know?
I sent her a picture of the descriptions of the things.
How can we not try out the bar? It's a new experience, and it's just fitting for the city, you know? One thing I noticed about the bartenders, and not just the Starbucks ones, is that they're really, really into their drinks, and they won't hesitate to tell you where things came from. I love the vibe. It's what I want to know. And off the top of my head, I forget the names of these drinks, but you're looking at a margarita with matcha in it. And the one I ordered was a hot cocktail where there was whiskey mixed into it. What you're looking at here is the view from the study room tucked in the corner of the Starbucks Roastery. It's decorated heavily and great for some photo ops. Haven't been to the other roasteries, but I'm pretty sure that the experience here is unmatched. It's like being in the Willy Wonka factory of Starbucks. Cool view from the Nike store. Seattle people, comment what you call this guy. On our way to our next destination, we found this little park tucked in between the alley. Time to chew up some gum and leave our mark on the infamous gum wall. This might be the weirdest attraction that I've ever been to, and I was surprised to see how many things were stuck onto the gum wall. You name it, business cards, candy wrappers, phone numbers, condoms. Lots of condoms, and of course, pieces of gum. She couldn't quite get it to stick, but rest assured, I put it back on there. Right in the same vicinity as the gum wall is this coffee shop called Elliott Espresso. The service here is exquisite. They asked me if I wanted regular cow juice in my Earl Grey and espresso mixture, and it was easy on the stomach. Next up, we got Beecher's, where they separate all the cheese curds so that's ready for packaging. And I tried the smoked salmon mac and cheese, which was honestly a little too cheesy for me. Even though I couldn't enjoy the mac and cheese as much, I did enjoy this view. Spent a good 30 minutes trying to find this spot, and it was worth it. Before we head back into the hotel to try out some of the seafood that we got from Pike's Market, we decided to kick it here, have a little picnic, and soak in all the views. This was actually one of my more memorable moments from the trip. Once we got back to the hotel, I put this piece of salmon on the pan with some butter and garlic, and just like that, we're ready for dessert. Don't get me started on Nana's green tea. Look, I've never been to Japan, but when we came in here and tried their food, it felt like I was transported into a cafe, either somewhere in Tokyo or Osaka. We went with the chicken dandan, which is a lightly fried chicken with tartar sauce and rice. But this is what I want to get into. This is the matcha parfait that had the most perfect layering of cream, matcha, jello, cornflakes, red beans, mochi, which I will forever remember and can't wait to go back and have another one. We kicked off the next day by going to Anchorhead Coffee for espressos and lattes. I think every coffee I've had to this point has been mild and no bitterness whatsoever. And I can't believe it. The first time I ever seen the Space Needle. This whole time I was looking out for it, but we finally got to see it. So we decided to do a picnic at Gasworks. And the sights are breathtaking. Once you get to the park, you notice that it's very quiet, relaxing, calming. There's no other way to explain the energy here, but it makes me wonder what this place looked like when all this stuff was working. This is a good place to take a break from the fast-paced nature of downtown, and also just to get away from the noise. The panoramic view was like straight out of a movie. It was actually featured in movies such as How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and The Amazing Race. I don't know what to call this centerpiece, but it looks like it symbolizes something important to the city. It's very attractive to the eye, and you can find it easily once you get to the top of the hill. We decided to take some shots and picked a good spot to enjoy our spicy wontons from Din Tai Fung. If you have time in your trip, I definitely recommend coming here. It's a great place to just walk around or even do what we did. Take some food with you, get something nice to drink, and have a little picnic. This is all the entertainment I need. There was someone flying their kite. How could I miss all the ducks? Plus a beautiful view of Lake Union. Oh, and if you're lucky, you'll get to see a seaplane fly in right into the lake. It's pretty cool. For now, I'm gonna enjoy my spicy wontons and let the views and sounds take over. And cue right shoe now. I'm the type of person that could stay the whole day and chill at Gasworks. Later that evening, we had dinner with Christine's cousin, Ali, and she took us to a place called Elliott's, right off the shore. They gave us 20 million options for oysters. We picked 3, and they did not disappoint. They were fresh, right out of the ocean, and ready to go. The girls had fish and chips, and I went ahead and went with the braised short rib with scallops. I believe this is the library. We didn't have time to check out what it looked like from the inside because we were headed straight to the Space Needle. The scariest part is actually on the way up, which is why I believe the elevator attendants were trained to distract you from getting anxious. And when you get up there, it's a sight to see. You see everything. You can see football games going on. You can see the traffic running through the city. And it really makes you appreciate how well designed this place is, how integrated it is with the ocean, the nature. I'm so proud of Christine. She actually has a fear of heights, so I didn't even think we would come up here. But yeah, we made it. It was perfect time for sunset. I don't think we could have timed it better. And I'm still getting feelings of vertigo just watching these clips. Actually expected to feel the rotation of the Space Needle a little more. It's very subtle, but once you dial into it, then you can actually start to feel that you're going around to get that full 360 view of the city. After taking in all the sights and the lights, we had to get dessert at Molly Moon's. And I can't even remember which flavor I got. I just remember it being some of the best ice cream I've had in a while. The next day, our last day here, we decided to check out the Amazon Sphere. And just to call back to earlier when I was on the Space Needle, this is what I'm talking about. I think Seattle does a great job integrating the metro vibe into the nature. And the Amazon Sphere is a perfect place, an example for that. The spheres provide a space to think and work differently by surrounding yourself with nature and wellness. And that's straight from their website. Don't quote me on that one. The spheres are perfect for photo ops, but if I lived here, I would try to come here and work all the time. There was no one using the space. Most people are just taking pictures. So I imagine this being perfect for a writer, even musicians, songwriters, editors. It was a good spot. I learned that there's more than 1,000 different species from forest plants all over the world here. It's a really great collection. The lighting and atmosphere that you get here is one of a kind. I was fascinated by their bonsai tree collection, the detail, and just looking at them closely kind of opened my eyes to why people do bonsai trees in the first place. Our last meal here was from a place called Sisters and Brothers, and it was highly recommended by her cousin Ali, which I actually want to take this time to say thank you for bringing us around your city and showing us some of the best places. On our way out, we had to grab some fresh seafood to take home. Got some lobster tails, king crab legs, and some jumbo shrimp. And that about wraps it up for this trip. And if you like any part of this video, you know what to do. Till next time, peace.